to make money, and a lot of it. A lot of people be scared, and it be extreme fear going around whenever the market is crashing. The stock market lost $3.2 trillion today. It lost $2 trillion on yesterday. Days before, weeks before, it lost $2 trillion in a day. Collectively, at this point, the market has lost over $10 trillion. And this is like going into a Nike store, the Gucci store, the Louis Lou, and they having a 50% off discount. You know how quick you gonna get them new J's that just released? If they going for 200, but now they say you can get them for 100, or PS5, this bullshit that we buy. The latest iPhone come out, and you got a manager discount. Instead of spending 1,000, you get a 500. You gonna be quick to buy. But whenever you can buy an asset, something that's gonna help you make money for a discount, you scared, you in fear, you second guessing it. Let me run this by you. Even if you buy and be like, damn, what if I buy and it continue to go down or it don't come back? If the market crashes and never come back, you don't really got to worry about the society as a whole. We might as well just die, because everything will be worthless. You'll be stuck in your damn house. You won't have no job to go to, because I'm pretty sure the company that you work for, whether it's Amazon, Walmart, Nike, it's all tied right back into the stock market. You won't have places to spend your money at. If McDonald's and all these places go under, where the fuck you gonna go buy food from? Where you gonna go work at? Talk to me now. I want you to listen. Where the fuck you gonna go spend the money at? So if you invest the money in the market and quality companies, it's almost guaranteed that you gonna make your money back. And if you don't, if the money don't matter anyway, because you ain't have nowhere to spend it. Hey.
Thought that was a pretty good explanation.
Slim, where you at? Every time we got a big
I
topic
know,
tonight,
right?
you never hear.
Slim was at Dreamville Fest
Yeah,
this
yeah, we was
weekend, so
talking.
he, yeah.
All right, you want to
Um,
go?
I feel like yes, that's great advice. If you have the money and you can invest, that's definitely great advice, especially if you go do the research on what is going to go back up and things like that. I just think the struggle for people is having the money that they can invest in it, because people, I mean, it's gambling to a certain degree, because if you go get real estate, it's just a house, or you go buy gold or something like it's there. So I feel like if you're not like a finance person, you're gonna feel like that's risky, especially like you live in paycheck to paycheck.
Enzo?
So I get where Gray's coming from, that it's a gamble at the end of the day for people that really are not well versed in finances and everything like that. I come from a background where I worked in commodities, trading energy for the longest amount of time. So I know what the market looks like. I look at the trends all the time for oil, natural gas, all of that, and everything going on with the market right now. I'm just seeing dollar signs, to be completely honest. Like I knew this was going to happen because of the last 4 years and how the economy has just been trickling up, and looking at it, how it's just been adjusted for inflation, and it was bound to burst. I didn't think it was going to burst on the level of like the 2008 financial crisis, but it was definitely going to explode in a good way. And I mean, we're seeing that now. And my advice for everybody, it's not financial advice, but take whatever extra money you have, invest it into something, and you 100% will see a return. Like I just threw more money into XRP the other day and a couple of different other cryptocurrencies. So we're just gonna see what happens at this point.
Yeah, I think when he hit that 160, it was like 162 last night. Yeah, went on ahead and
Yeah, it
bought.
got down pretty low.
Yeah.
I think.
Um, I think is you have to bully your money. I was watching another guy recently and he put it into words for me, but I've always bullied my money. So what I'll do is I'll take a check. Like I might take a whole check. If you have a brokerage account or any type of like a brokerage account or anything like one of the apps, there's usually a reserve. Like you could just put your money in there. Some of them give you like a return, like a savings account. And what
Yeah,
I'll
like I have
do is I'll
Coinbase that
just
does that. It's got like
yeah,
a 3 or 4% APY just on USD, which is
yep.
just $1.
So what I'll do is I'll just throw it in there on purpose because what it's doing is actually plugging a hole. A lot of people have bad spending habits. So, and I always say I learned this from child support, but I do that and I try to hold it as much as I can. And the way mine is set up, if I need the money, it transfers like overnight. So if I do it, the seat is there tomorrow. Like if I need to cover a bill or something like that, and I have it's 25. I raised it now, but for the longest, I've had 25 come out every Friday and go into that account, and I'll let it sit. And I might every month I might put 20%, so it'd be like I guess $25-$30, and I'll just buy certain stocks there. Like y'all can do this. To me, that like the check to check thing is a perception because actually what you're starting to do is you're building an emergency fund, which a lot of us don't have. If you just had the cash sitting there and only invest a percentage of it, if y'all not good at math, you got Chat GPT and YouTube or whatever calculator on your phone. If you don't know how to do the right calculations, you got Chat and YouTube to show you how to find a percentage of your money. But there's no excuse. Another reason why I thought this was important to do tonight. I'm not even trying to entertain tonight. Like my whole thing is to help the Black community. That's my whole vision here, is to try to get us at some level where we can compete. And now is the time for that. Now, with the market down, stop panicking. Y'all can put away y'all money. If y'all got to give up, trees for a while, some drink, what they call a delayed gratification. You could put up a 6-pack now and buy 100 of them later.
You gotta do what you gotta do to make money.
Easy, you got a lot of XRP. What you think?
Now, I think it's very important to buy the dips, if you can, you know. Right now, honestly, I'm kind of astonished about what's going on right now because I was not expecting this. Um, there's a lot of stuff going on with the tariffs and all that. It's affecting the market right now. It's kind of overwhelming for real, to be honest with you. So I'm just taking it all in right now. That's all I got.
I expected it. I expected the dip. And the reason being is everybody's being nice. When I say nice, I'm talking about presidents. All the presidents have been by the playbook. They've been nice, giving away everything. Everybody's been shaming America into feeling bad, and America should carry the world. And I knew Trump coming back. I thought it was going to happen in 2020 if he won, but I knew this time around that it was going to happen. He was going to stand up to the world, and that's what he's doing. And when you stand up, it's like a kid. If you let your kid get away with everything, when they was 2-3 years old, and then now they turn around at 14, and you want to lay down, the iron hand, they're gonna resist. You probably gonna have to almost put them in the hospital for a long time for them to start to listen to you and respect you because you let them get away so long. So I just knew this was gonna happen. I seen it coming. I've been preparing for it, but I feel like that authority, these countries are gonna do what they're doing right now, folding. All of them now talking about we really don't want to play. We really don't want to go to war, tariff war.
No, they're backing down. I think multiple countries already have backed down. I think
China is the only one, and China's gonna have to concede too eventually.
Oh, absolutely.
They said they had their biggest drop today.
We're the biggest consumer from China. We put tariffs on them. They're gonna hurt. Their market was down 10% when it opened this morning. I think it's just crazy. 2 weeks ago it was eat the rich, and now the markets are dropping, and now everyone's save the stock market. That's what's just crazy to me about it.
Yeah, it definitely is crazy. What do y'all think about Trump putting a tariff on an island with just penguins?
Hey, you gotta make an example.
Make an example of the penguins?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh
yep.
Penguins from Madagascar, they got their own movies, man. So what about these penguins? Maybe they're gonna go get their own movie deal.
Yep.
You don't want them doing that.
Yeah, they gonna have to make their movie in the Gulf of America now.
Exactly. No, I know why he did it though. Because China will move around and start shipping things out of different countries that are not inhabited to get around the tariffs. It's not because they have anything; it's more of a preventative measure.
For sure. We'll definitely have to see what happened. I know y'all was definitely going at it about it this morning. But for me, what I would tell young Americans is like the path to like financial freedom is home ownership. My girl is with me every day. I own my house. She own her house. We both still get to say has a house because the prices like go up. I know people want to like go to the stock market and say, you know, this is the way. And it is. It's great that people are getting into the stock market with these apps now. I use Robinhood. I know people use other things. I think it's a great way and great that the middle class and lower class are able to now invest in America. But you know, when I think about what people who work at a minimum wage or small amounts of money and they pay in rent and like the amount that they can invest, how much of a return are they really gonna get? You know, if a person just can invest 50 or whatever, I think to get like a real good return. I'm no financial expert, but I would assume you have to invest thousands of dollars.
It's about 20,000 before you really start seeing any beneficial return. But it's not about the amount because I actually disagree with the home ownership thing. I think it can be good, but if you do the amount of interest, because most people can't buy. If you could buy a house straight out, great. That's a wealth asset that you have. But if you're doing a mortgage and you can't pay it off in 5 to 8 years, to me, it's not really worth it when you can have an apartment. Because people got on Kevin Samuels about this because he didn't have a house, which is a really smart move. You don't have all the extra bills. You don't have to worry about the roof if it needs to be replaced. And because you got that company that does it for you, and you could be putting up that money. It's not necessarily about it's the habit. That's the what's important. A lot of people, yeah, they'll get a house and own it, but then they still have bad habits. Like they get stuck in the house, and the house is like draining them. This happened with my grandparents. I had to make them sell their house during the recession in '08 because well, one, they refinanced it, which was the worst thing, and they refinanced it with a balloon mortgage, and it blew up on them. But if you don't have good money habits, to me, a house is not the best investment because it's a lot of responsibility behind it. You're better off with an apartment if you're not a responsible person because they can handle the things for you. But if you are responsible, here's the thing. Yeah, a house is good if you can buy it and or you get a good rate or pay it off quick. But most of the people that had it are going to have good investment habits too. It kind of all comes together. So to tell people like to go with a house and they're irresponsible, it's to me it's just not a good thing. I see so many people suffering mad in their house, the sump pump break or something like that, and they can't afford it. They can't afford the taxes and they get evicted. It's not a good move. Like an eviction is probably a lot better than dealing with taxes and all that other stuff on your house. That's just me.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, with home ownership is a stable investment because, like you said, paying rent. Me, I pay off a loan every month. My girl grandparents came from Italy, bought a house, and that's something she inherited. So, like,
Mhm.
who knows what price that they got it from, but it's worth way more now. So it's just like it's land is not going anywhere. That's why they say that land is the like safest investment. Like back in the 60s, 50s, 20s, that's how most Americans became rich. Is that they bought a house for a small amount and now it's worth a lot. That's what we was talking about earlier. It's like these baby boomers bought these houses in San Francisco for $200,000, and now it's worth 1.5 million because of like all the stuff that's happened there. Now all these houses are worth so much money.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff now in the market is overvalued. So
Yeah.
by investing now may not be the smartest move unless something happened to where the value come down to where it can be worth something. There that you can do passive. There are stocks. I have one of the I had my money invested mostly in a real estate stock that doesn't move much and it pays a really good dividend. It pays, I think the annual dividend is like 6% or something like that. That it pays out, and it pays quarterly. Like that's the only reason I got it, because it had a high dividend payout. So to me, that's an alternative option for people who are trying to get into investing. But yeah, I mean, a house could be a good thing if you got a family or need land or something like that. But I just don't tell people to jump into it if they don't need it. Just my personal advice.
So you guys are the crypto guys, and Easy, you haven't really said anything, so I want to ask you guys. So do you feel like crypto is a get rich quick scheme, or do you feel like it's really like something that's gonna like transform the world?
So when it comes to like anything with utility,
Yeah.
100%, it's something that's going to help later down the line. That's going to be the future of currency. When it comes down to like all these fucking like meme coins, like what was that one chick, the Hawk Tuah girl, like that, and like Dogecoin, or like even Trump's coins or any like that. That's all BS. You're never gonna make money off that. You got to get in it at the right time, and you need to get out of it at the right time to make any money. But Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, what are the other ones?
It's a lot of them.
What's
Is
it one?
Solana.
H bar
Yeah,
is one I
stuff
just got
like
into.
that.
Hedera, that's what it's called.
Yeah, like right here, Bitcoin, XRP, Tether, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, stuff like that. Absolutely, that's the way. Pretty much, that's the way. That's what's gonna be the currency that's gonna take over in the next couple years. I mean, look at what they're already doing with the government. They're creating a strategic reserve, just strictly based off of cryptocurrencies. That's what our money is going to be backed by one of these days. The way that I'm looking at how they're implementing it, that is 100% what is going to be backed, because we've been backed by oil since we got taken off the gold standard. Look how good that's doing. The dollar's not worth shit anymore. At least when it was backed by gold, it was worth something. I mean, imagine if the dollar was backed by Bitcoin right now. We would all have a shit ton more buying power with a dollar, and that's only at $79,000.
Well, yeah, and that's the reason why I always ask people, because like with Bitcoin specifically, we don't know who made it still. And like it was supposed to be because like countries can't like control the way that it's not a currency though, so countries can't control it. It's independent. So that's what made it like this crazy new technology. So that's why like I asked that about the crypto, because like, I don't know if you guys remember with the GameStop stock, a lot of people got money off of that, but a lot of people lost money. And I forget they had a specific name for it. I don't remember. I thought it was
It was
a
a pump
meme
and dump.
stock. You know what
Yeah,
I'm talking about?
it was
Yeah,
a classic meme stock, and it was a pump and dump at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Everybody
yeah.
just got together, inflated the hell out of it, like how what's his name, Jordan Belfort, did back in the '90s with Stratton Oakmont, Wolf of Wall Street. Classic pump and dump. Get it hyped up as much as possible. Once you see it's going to hit the peak, take all your money out. Everybody loses. So you literally
Yeah.
have to be there to make money. You got to know when that's going to happen.
Yep. Or put a limit. Put a limit on your. I did that with Dogecoin, because they did a pump and dump on Dogecoin back in 2017,
Yep, I
and
remember
I
that.
put a limit on it. Yep. A lot of
I
people
missed
lost
out.
money over that.
I never got
Yep.
into it. I was looking at it. I was like, this is stupid. Because I lost money in Bitcoin in like, I think it was like 2016. So I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm done with these. I'm done with this. It hit like, I think it was, what, hit like 10 grand. I was like, that's it. This thing's never going to go any higher.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll give an example. So I had a rider the other day ask me to explain what cryptocurrency is, or like Bitcoin, because he just couldn't understand it. And I was like, it's like digital gold. And I told him, like, if you owe this me, we didn't have a phone or really a computer that kept good pictures. So you had printouts of your pictures. I don't think people realize it that are like 40 and above. Most people don't have paper pictures anymore. All your pictures in your phone. So it went from paper pictures to digital pictures, and that's the same thing with money. So that's why they ask, like, why is it a good conversion? I'm like, because history repeats itself, and everything is going from paper to digital, and that's the same thing with money. So that, to me, I'm like, that's why it's a solid investment. You can't really go wrong with crypto. Like you said, the meme coins, that's kind of like child's play, but XRP and the other ones that are becoming utilities, that it's going to happen. Like, it may not be XRP, but somebody, whoever got the best software or best algorithm is going to win out, and
100%.
all currency will be digital, be in your hand or your forehead.
Interesting.
You know they try to do that now. They try to put that chip in your hand or your forehead.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. And
Yep.
Enzo, you like the third, fourth Bitcoin sad story that's been on the show. So it's a lot of people that got into Bitcoin or didn't get into Bitcoin, and it was your friend, right, Volger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't even. He said he didn't invest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I just took my money out. I made $1,500. I was like, that's it. This is never gonna go any higher. I wish I would have kept it in.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's why, like, I don't care what's going on with XRP. I'm not touching it. I'm not even paying attention to it. I don't care. I'm just keep putting money in.
Oh yeah, well, I saw that it just kept going down and down and down. Bitcoin, I got the ones that you have. They send you the notifications. I don't know if that's how y'all is too.
Oh, I
So
turned them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept getting a notification. I was like, wow, Bitcoin is crashing right now. Like, just kept notifying me over and over and over again.
I kept setting traps for if it go down, because I'm working and driving all the time. So I just kept setting. I set it at like 180. I was like, if it hit 189, then it went lower. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna do $1.50, and it never got that low. But the $1.61 it hit.
Absolutely.
January, Bitcoin was at 100 grand. Now it's at 79. That's a crazy drop. I mean, XRP wasn't that bad. We got it up to like $3 in January, I think. It was like $3.30, I think it was.
Yeah, XRP, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Hey, we out here telling y'all what to do.
Yeah.
Instead of buying Red Lobster cheddar biscuits.
Well, we're gonna have to keep this video and see if 4 or 5 years from now we all millionaires. So we're gonna see what happens.
Oh yeah.
We'll see. Closing thoughts, man.
All right, you wanna go first?
Yeah, man, this is a good show, very informative. I want to thank Enzo for coming on. Enzo, you a smart dude. Gray, Vulgar, you already know.
For sure. Izzo is officially on the man cave now. What's your closing thoughts?
I can't say thank you enough, guys, for bringing me on. I love being here. I love talking with you guys. I love being on the new party all together. For everybody that's going on with what's going on right now with stocks, with the world, don't freak out. Buy the dip. Thank yourself later. That's it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna piggyback on what everybody else saying. Definitely invest if you have the money. So I mean, obviously, I probably don't think that Trump is doing the right thing, but the stock market always bounces back. I feel like America always bounces back. So I feel like doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, like take advantage of the situation, especially if you're in lower middle class, whoever. Like if you don't know stuff about stocks, go on Chat GPT or just research.
Yep. To go off what Gray said, and the guy in the video that I played, invest. Like he said in the video, if you're afraid of your money falling to zero, it can happen. With everything, there's a risk. But if your money falls to zero in the stock market, we probably won't be around to even suffer that, because the stock market is pretty much us. So that's why it bounces back, because we are resilient as a nation. So trust in yourself, trust in your nation, and put your money to where it can grow. Because when I was 13, a bottle of Sprite was 69 cents. That same bottle of Sprite today is almost $3. And if you would have invested 69 cents in 94, 95, that 69 cents would probably be worth $5 now, $6, and you could buy 2 Sprites. That is why you should be investing your money, not putting it in your mattress or spending it on nonsense, on assets that depreciate. All right. Do the right thing.
Oh.
And don't be distracted by racism out here.
For sure. I'll play that.
Vulgar. I see you switch teams up, man. You got the Falcons t-shirt on, man. Where Kansas City t-shirt at, man?
Oh man, Falcons are my employer for like 10 years.
Oh, come
This is
on.
my
It's
work
all about
shirt.
the birds. It's all about the birds.
I like my birds, but Chiefs all day.
No, the only birds. The
They
Eagles,
paid me
not
for
the
a decade,
Falcons.
so I got to show them.
Oh, you an Eagles fan?
Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh
Come
man,
on, I live in the Northeast. I gotta be. You think I'm gonna be liking the Giants or the Jets? No.
I'm a Steelers fan.
Okay. I'm a Penguins
hopefully
fan,
we
so
see y'all again in February.
For sure. All right,
All
guys.
right.
Introducing the new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.